All right, hey everybody, this is the show Bacon Takes, where we get high and just talk about shit. Stay tuned.
Facts.
Watch, we all just gonna end up getting high. just chilling.
Alright. So goddamn. Anything y'all heard about recently?
I mean,
We can talk about anything. I don't give a fuck about cancel culture.
I'm gonna just start off there. Aliens, goddamn.
hey, there we go.
Aliens.
I was
Hey,
thinking the
that's
same
always
shit,
gotta
too.
be
Aliens.
a first episode starter is
Hey,
aliens.
so like,
Extraterrestrial.
Aliens. I got
if we're talking aliens, if we're talking aliens though, my grandma has been on that show, Ancient Aliens, for
Really?
like the longest. I swear to God, she loves it.
Like watching or actually own that
Should
shit.
watch.
Like
that.
she's actually, well, she's not on it, but like
No, that's
she,
what I thought you meant. Like she was like
No,
on
no,
that
no.
episode.
That'd
or some
be
shit.
dope as
I'm
hell.
like, that'd be dope as hell. What don't
but
she know,
no,
goddamn?
she watches it. She's seen like every episode. I just put her onto this ancient apocalypse shit on Netflix. That's just pretty cool. So basically, he's talking about all the architects and the all of them are basically wrong. The historians are pretty much wrong about when civilization started. I mean, I've always believed that there was definitely a way more advanced age of human beings before
I have a theory.
the
on that.
Ice Age or
Facts.
whatever,
And
before it got wiped out. Like there was a Bronze Age before that or some shit.
And you gotta think about shit like this too, bro. Like bones can tell you a lot. Bro, they're like you got that's what you call archaeologists who dig up bones.
Archaeologists, yeah.
Bro, they're digging up
archaeologists.
they're digging in like these huge fields and like literally finding bones that got like bone wings attached to them.
Yeah.
Like shit like that, bro. You telling me you can't someone just didn't plant that there for someone to find. Like people are stumbling.
You gotta think about it, bro. I'm gonna explain something. We've only explored like how much of our oceans.
Like
We don't know.
really exactly.
We don't know because you would have had to
We don't
explore
really
all
know
of it
that
to
much.
know how much.
that's
percent
why when they be like, oh,
We-
we discovered 40%. How do you know you discovered 40%?
That's just they're judging that based off of the landmass that they've covered, but they haven't really looked. They think they've just like land. That's why they keep finding new species of animals.
Amazon forest.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're always finding new shit on land. It's because we're real big headed. We believe ourselves to be a lot. We put ourselves on a pedestal here when we should really be putting ourselves on a pedestal here because there's so much that goes into that.
And there's
shit,
so
man.
much we don't know, and the archaeologists are like stopping him every turn. He's like, hey, yo, like we've done all the seismographs, we've looked through the ground, like there is caverns in here and secret, like there's fucking rooms in here.
And think about this.
And they're
there's-
like, nah, you can't excavate it. We don't want you to prove us wrong.
Exactly, and think about this. Why these places have been discovered thousands of years ago, right? Bro, some of these chambers and shits are like cursed. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, they were
Like, I'm talking about
discovered a couple
legit
hundred
set up
years
to where
ago.
like, nah, bro, whoever in the future try to find this, they not gonna make it far. Like people, bro, they are booby trapping these places. So like say for example, they booby trapped these way back thousands of years ago. Why? Because I guess they thought, okay, in the future we don't want nobody.
Important objects they didn't want nobody to get their hands on or the wrong people to do.
Yeah, 'cause those are like some of the shit they be finding is like, if it get in the wrong hands, like you said, it can be used for bad. Because some of those shits is actually like powerful or.
Yeah, because you know Tutankhamun or King Tut's tomb.
Oh yeah.
It got raided a long time ago. Like he had so much valuable shit in there, but from what I was hearing, it was booby trapped.
And
or
all-
cursed
yeah,
or
and all
something.
the scientists and shit that's coming close, they're dying of mysterious.
Yeah, you know what I'm
You
saying?
like, come
I
on,
was
bro.
Like, there ain't
I'm
no
like,
way.
okay, if he's
I was
been
like, no, y'all are finding something, and the higher up people are starting to notice that shit. They're like, okay, they're being really.
they're
nosy.
getting too close.
Yeah, and that's when they start. Pew, pew, pew,
Like this dude,
Picking them off
it's
one by
another
one.
guy who he invented how to run cars off water.
Yeah.
I see.
And right
You
before
You know how many people have
This-
And
done
look,
that?
and look, right before he can
Yeah,
manufacture.
Do you know
Every
how
one of
many
them's
people? Yeah,
disappeared.
Look,
every
he started
single
getting-
person that's
yeah.
been like, "Hey, yo, check out this. I figured
He
out
started-
how to run my car on
Or
water.
like, yeah, or
'Cause
like
he
I
said-
figured out how to
Never hear
sustain
from him
energy
again.
without having
Exactly.
to run
And
from,
he
you
said,
know,
Never hear from
He
them
said
again.
once he went live on Facebook with it about this, he said he started getting phone calls from like major corporate
Telling
like
him,
companies.
hey.
He was like, nah, I'm gonna make. I got my own business online. I'm gonna just go from there. Like he was like, so like basically just because he didn't want to come and like do deals with like these major companies, he was like, I want to do it solo. They was like, bro, we can take that idea from you, bro.
And no, bouncing off of that, do you know the dude that he made a machine to take the particles out of water, the particles of water and air, like out of air, and for the people in Flint, Michigan, and literally within like a fucking week or two, somebody had already destroyed it. Like, not like they came in and just fucked it up. They came in and fucked
And you
it
know-
up.
you know why
Like,
they do that?
took parts literally that he'd have to fully replace all this shit.
You know why they do
fucked
shit like
up.
that? Because coming up with ideas like that, like the water powered car shit, that's gonna steal a lot of money from like Honda,
Yeah,
and like
it's
major
gonna
car
steal-
companies
not
see
really
shit like
car
that.
companies, it steals money from the oil industry and the
Yeah,
gas
because
industry.
you-
So like,
'cause you-
that
Yeah.
pretty much puts like gas stations like BP and Exxon like puts them out of business.
Yeah, because it's just like, bro,
Yeah, but they're already trying to do that. The world's trying
They're
to
trying to go fully electric.
Yeah, the world's trying to force fully electric cars on us. That's why do you think every single new car that every company comes out with, they always, even if they get like a diesel truck,
They
or
always
some
got an
shit like
electric
Ford,
version.
Yeah.
They
They always got an
always
electric
have
version.
an electric
like
one,
the new
or a
Ford
hybrid.
The new
F-150 is
BMW.
all
the
electric.
Yeah.
new BMW,
yeah,
the
exactly.
new BMW iX, I believe. It's
Yeah.
like it's
No, the
actually
iX
yeah.
is it's
No, it's
hybrid.
it's a hybrid.
Yeah.
It takes
Hybrid.
gas.
Yeah, so I knew it was
It
something
takes
like that,
gas
yeah.
and
I
electricity.
knew something like that, but the new BMW, yeah.
Yeah, with those, I think it's like if you don't go over like 40, 50 miles an hour, you don't use gas, you use battery life or something like that.
Yeah, just to keep it like, you going for a
That
long
shit's
amount of
wild.
time without
Yeah.
to stop. Which
That's
is
what it's for, is like whenever you run out of gas.
boom. All right, battery.
Yeah, but you got to be careful, because you're not really supposed to be running your car without gas.
Yeah, I'll probably use the battery
Well,
locally.
I don't know how that works. Maybe if you run out of gas, because gas goes to the motor and it gives
Yeah.
the piston spark.
Yeah,
to
but
turn.
But
so
I'll
does
probably
the
use the
electricity.
battery. I'll
You're
probably
right. It's a high, so it's electric.
No,
car
'cause
too.
it's different. It's different. The gas powers the engine. The electricity powers the motor.
Yeah. Is it really? I thought
Yeah, it's two different
Okay.
engines. It's like when in a hybrid they have an engine running the back wheels and an engine running the front wheels. Like in the BMW hybrid, like sports cars,
That
they
makes-
have an engine
that
in the
makes
front,
sense.
an
Exactly.
engine in the front, and a
That
motor in the
makes
back.
sense because, bro, like that does make sense. So it goes both ways. So like if your battery dies,
Yeah.
it's not
It's
your
like-
car
yeah,
battery.
it's
It's
like
the battery for your.
yeah. It's
to
kind of
keep
like
your
a
shit going.
generator, like when your
Yeah.
lights go out.
That there's people out there doing that shit. Like they're rigging up like homemade generators.
But people are scared to come out.
Shit.
But people are scared to publicly
You seen that?
tell their idea because.
But see, you want to know
I
something
always
about
say
that?
what the fuck
Cause
I
yo,
want.
but it's crazy how like the water power
Yeah.
cars. It's crazy how an idea can threaten like the government. Like just a small idea, like
It's
oh no, we
because
can't have
that's where
that.
we get a lot of our money from is from the oil and gas.
Yeah.
Especially out from like Texas.
So if you
and
so if you threaten
Louisiana,
so if you threaten the
you know,
main
off
money
the Gulf
source.
of Mexico and
Yeah.
like that's where all
See,
the
that's
money's
what
at.
that's what they don't like, bruh.
West or East Arizona. or
And that's what they don't
something.
like, but they don't like you threatening main money sources.
Shit, Texas
It's because
too.
that's how we
Texas
make our
too,
money.
but they
Because
ran
they
that
know
bitch
if-
dry.
They want to be able
They
to give
ran
us the
Texas
money.
fucking dry.
I'm telling you, bro, I don't know why they're making a big deal out of it because I'm gonna tell you right now. I think personally, within the next like 100 to 150 years, money's gonna be absolute, or we're gonna have a different form of currency for certain.
No, I'm pretty sure that is already started because
Oh, no, no, no.
there's
If
already
we're
countries
gonna
who just
go
straight,
fully-
yeah.
I know,
No,
but I'm
there's
saying
a country that completely adopted Bitcoin as their national currency.
Yeah.
You don't
yeah,
pay
but
in
see, I'm
dollars.
not
There's
talking
no
about
there's no
just for
paper
Bitcoin.
currency.
I'm talking
It's
about
just,
currency in general.
That I know. Like the fact that there's an entire country running solely on
Electricity. It's gonna take you a
not
long
electricity,
time, man.
electric
Yeah.
currency.
There's a country
like
that's
currency
already-
that you can't prove basically.
I mean, it doesn't exist on the international table.
Yeah,
True.
that's what I'm
If it-
saying.
see,
But
that's
this country,
fine.
this
It's like
country
only
has
specifically-
adopted it as their thing, so everybody in the country gets paid in Bitcoin. There's no paper money. You don't cash out
But
and
see,
use
no,
paper.
that's not what I mean.
You pay in Bitcoin.
It's still
you get
currency. That's
yeah,
what
I
I'm
know
saying.
it's still currency.
Because
It's
a
always
lot,
currency.
if we go all electric on vehicles, that's going to take away like almost 40% of the United States.
I think the only
income. So
ain't the
that's
only
billions
difference
of
is the only
dollars.
difference is it's like non-traceable, ain't it?
Yeah,
It's
but
not like a
it's-
trail
but
every
see,
time you
once
spend
that
money.
happens with the electrical vehicles shit, after about 20 years in the future from now, we're gonna struggle. We're gonna hit a struggle patch, I feel like, because once we try and go all electric and shit, you know, it's gonna take away from a lot of different companies, and we're gonna have to substitute to come up with different job titles.
I think they
and
should
shit
have. I think they
to
should just
try and
keep
make
electric.
more money to keep it. It's gonna make the economy very hard.
I don't think they should like fully electric everything. They should just keep it
for
as
a
an
little
option.
bit, but it's once the economy, you know, starts.
I don't
should
think they should
just
fully
keep it
do
as
it. They
an
should
op-
just keep it as an option. They
They-
shouldn't
yeah,
fully do
You're
it.
right. They should just keep it as
'Cause
an
it's still
option.
balanced
out.
But
It's
think
still-
about this. Think about
Because
this.
if it is
when
an
the
option, then-
fuck has the country ever kept it an option?
Because you got to think about
Our
it,
country
what
doesn't do that.
if, because they think about it as like what if
It's all
it is an
brainwashing.
option, right? And everybody
It
does
really
want
is.
to go
It's
all
crazy how
electric.
everything is kind of
Then
like that.
it is going to fuck
Well,
all
kinda
the
fuck
oil
it is.
industries, and they just don't want to take the risk. Whatever, better safe than sorry. That's how the government looks at shit. Even whenever they keep shit secret from us, a lot like it's not like they're out there putting our information on blast and shit. I mean, it's their job to do that shit and keep track of people. You know what I'm saying?
And they don't necessarily
Now-
put it on blast,
now,
but
a lot
they
of
do
people-
show us.
Like a lot of people blast the feds and shit for like, oh, they're invading privacy, but you don't understand what they're doing. Like if they were worried about you or what you were doing, dog, they come get you. Like a lot of shit they don't even pay attention to because they're worried about more important shit like trying to catch somebody
Like terrorists.
Well, that like
Shit like that.
cyber attacks and shit like that. They got so much more important
Spies.
shit on their plate. Yeah, like more important like political shit. Like they're not worried about somebody saying like, "Oh, fuck the president" on their Facebook.
That's
page.
not necessarily a threat, rather than someone saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm finna kill
Now-
the president."
now,
type
if
shit.
the
A threat against the president, though, is treason.
Now, if it's a true threat against the president, like, and it's calibrated and like it's plotted out and shit, and like premeditated.
Nah, not even that. Not even
That-
that.
they
Talking
gonna charge
shit
you
about
for
the
that.
president doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
Saying
like
fuck
you
the
can say,
president.
fuck that bitch, you know,
yeah,
like. But if you start
that
saying
doesn't-
like,
'cause
I'm
millions-
going to the
I'm-
White House
yeah.
and I'm gonna shoot that motherfucker
Yeah, no,
dead.
it doesn't even have to be
it's-
planned. If
you
you
know?
just be like, I'm gonna kill the fucking president. If you threaten the president in any way, that's treason.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, not a lot of people go to